Hello class, we're going to do A Park Like No Other close read. Our first job is to preview the text, and when we preview the text we're going to take a peek at the title, Park, and we're going to use some personal connections to know that we've probably all been to parks and we have an idea of what makes up a park. Then here's a picture of this person. Maybe some of you guys have been scuba diving and seen all of these wonderful aquatic creatures in real life, or maybe some of you have seen movies like Finding Dory where you see people scuba diving, so we can make a text to person connection or real world connection there. And as we have done in the past, this is a text markup box. This is how we will annotate the text. Now our third strategy is to read the text. I will read and you will follow along. When you picture national parks, do you envision dramatic canyons and high peaks? How about cascading waterfalls or picturesque lakes? Well, none of these features a Virgin Island National Park. However, there you can hike through tropical forests or relax on beautiful beaches. Moreover, you can snorkel amongst rainbow-like fish that dwell and feed along massive lining coral reefs. I know this because our family recently visited VINP, a turquoise wonderland that covers over 60% of the island of St. John in the Caribbean Sea. Surprisingly, much of the park's acreage and one of its renowned trails is underwater. Right after we arrived, we got settled into our screened cottage. Following a brief rest, we planned some activities. First, we strolled to the visitor center to enjoy exhibits on the park's flora and fauna. Next, we chatted with the ranger who suggested that we observe 2 tours for the following day. One was hiking through a tropical forest to the remains of an abandoned sugar plantation. The other was a guided snorkeling trip. Then, before dinner, we took a late afternoon swim. The hiking we took the next morning was informative. In the afternoon, we met up with the guide for an amazing snorkeling tour. First, we were fitted with our equipment. Next, we were briefed on snorkeling safety and typical hand signals. Then, we followed our guide into the gentle blue water, where we followed a path of underwater signs. One sign marked the start of the trail. Another instructed us to observe all the park rules, and yet another invited us to touch certain kinds of coral. In all, I counted 9 signs as I snorkeled to the designated route. What awesome experiences this unique park provided us. We regretted having to return home, but we did miss our water-hating cats. Okay, so now we're going to mark up the text. Find the sequence of events in paragraphs 3 and 4. So this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. And this little baby one is 5. So 3 and 4. Box the signal words. Okay, so let's read paragraph 3. Right after we arrive, so that's saying the first thing. Then following a brief rest, that's the next thing. So first, next, then before dinner. Okay, let's see. The next morning in the afternoon, this is telling us when it happened. First, next, then, and that's in conclusion. Underline the important events. First, we strolled the visitor center, chatted with the ranger, late afternoon swim. Met up with the guide, fitted with our equipment, briefed, and then we followed the guide. Now let us go ahead, number the events in order. So you can go ahead and number the events in order that they have. Second step is to look at the questions. Question number 2. Which is something the writer's family did before they took a late afternoon swim? So, writer's family did before they took a late afternoon swim. Question 2. Which is the best synonym for the word designated? Now, I want everybody to remember that synonym means the same. Now, question 3. What about Virgin Islands National Park makes it unlike most national parks? And 4. Based on the tone of this travel essay, how would you describe the writer's audience and purpose? Who's going to read it? So let me get this. Sorry, guys. Basically, that's asking, who is this text for? Who will read this text? And why will they read this text? So let's go. Now, I want you to complete the numbering and finish questions 1 through 4 on your own. Thank you.